everyone, Tracy here. Today I'm going to share with you some of my ATCs that I had made. I am in a swap with Camilla, and her blog is My Pixie Life, and I have to thank her for swapping with me. She offered to do a swap with me even though she had no idea what my ATCs would look like, as I had never done them yet. And she's like, oh, I'll swap with you, so that was very sweet of her. And our theme was spring. She wanted to do a spring theme ATC swap. So here are the ones I made for her. And this one here, I just used, this is on water paper, and I just used some spritz or spray ink, I guess it's called. And I had a mask behind it of the butterfly. And then this butterfly here, I stamped and then I fussy cut it out and colored it in with my Copics. And then I just stamped the soar and then the little scroll work along the edge. So that's the first one I did for her. And the one thing with this one too that has me stumped is I noticed a lot of people are storing their ATCs in these like baseball cards or hockey cards. I don't know what I guess whatever kind of card you want to put in them. And when you put them in this way, or when you make your ATCs this way, then they don't sit upright if you keep them in here. So I don't know, I probably should have rethought that, but hey, I'm a newbie at this stuff. And then the second one, this is also on water paper, and what I did was I spritzed it and then I stamped the image, and then I just drew these little squiggle lines around, and then I colored them in. I'm pretty sure it was either my Tim Holtz or my Stampin' Up! Water markers. But as you can see, the faces, they didn't turn out as nice as I would have liked them. And I thought I'd rectify that by restamping it on regular paper and coloring in the faces with my Copic markers, and then adhering them, the faces, just the faces on here. And you know what? It looked really bad, so I scrapped that idea, but I still think it turned out pretty cute. And this, again, I think I said it was on water paper. And one thing I found on Pinterest, and I'll link it down below, is these, the backs. I thought these are really cool. I didn't put my stamp on this one. Usually I put my little heart stamp, like on here. But I guess I better do that. So I found these on Pinterest, and I thought that was neat because you can write down your information on there so everybody knows or remembers who they received these from. So I thought that was a cool idea. And then this one here, I did this on Copic paper, and I used my Copic markers, and I just stamped the flower heads, and then just drew in the leaves and the stems of the flowers, and then just doodle around the edges here. And I like this because it's so nice and bright. It's so vibrant. I really like how that one turned out. And then here is my thing at the back. And then this one here, this is like my favorite. For one thing, I love the colors in it. And I just like how the whole scene turned out. So again, I spritzed it, and there's a little sparkle in this spritz here I used. I don't know if you can tell, but it really makes it mystical. And I used this background stamp. I had received this from Jody, who has works at this store here. And I can't really read, but I know that they are from Australia. That's right, they're from Australia. So I use that for the background stamp. And thank you, Jody, for sending me that nice package of goodies to play with. And then I stamped the mushrooms, and I stamped the fairies on Copic paper. Or no, actually I stamped them on water paper, and then colored them in with my Tim Holtz markers. And then I fussy cut them out, and I put the mushrooms are one piece, and then this girl is another piece, or another stamp, and this one here is a different stamp. So they're all fussy cut and then layered on top of each other. So I like how that turned out. And then I wanted to put a saying here, and because her blog is My Pixie Life, I put this on my computer, and then I cut out the words, and it says, Pixies sing in the spring. I had to get the spring theme of our swap in there. So those are my ATCs for Camilla, and I hope she really likes them, and I hope you enjoyed my video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you all had a very creative day today. Bye now.
Every second there's a second chance. I know that there's a problem in my head that I just can't